not need to correct the person who wrote this, but it says our largest trading partner is Canada. How do you view our current northern border policy on issues of people, energy, agriculture, and water? Keep it, or what changes? And I would just note that that's a 5,700-mile border, not a 700-mile. And that will be Dick.
Hey. No, Canada is a great trading partner. I think we just, I've actually been doing a lot of reading of the Canadian press here lately, and it's interesting. One of the things that really got them a little mad at us was that the Keystone Pipeline. They felt that a little bit after the 3.5 years of study and looking at it, because this is where they want to take Canadian oil, which they have an abundance of oil, and they want to ship it down to the United States via pipeline for us to refine and use it in our. And the Obama administration has become a bureaucratic nightmare by not allowing that Keystone Pipeline to be built. So they are now talking about shipping oil west to British Columbia and through the ports of British Columbia and through our seas and Puget Sound to ship to the Asian markets. Canada is a wonderful country. The First Corps Deputy Commander for Sustainment is a Francophone Brigadier General who gave us General Lathier gave us a great briefing the other day. They're part of our forces. We're two separate nations, but we are like brother and sister. You know, we need to have a great Canadian policy, and we need to work with them. And again, especially here at Joint Base Lewis McChord, over in the Western Air Defense Sector and over at First Corps, we do actually have Canadian people stationed. So our relationship with Canada is solid, and we need to continue to make it solid and have a border that allows for the free trade of goods and services as quickly and efficiently as possible.
One of my enduring philosophies about legislating is if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We have a great relationship with the nation of Canada. And if you really just stopped and thought about all the foreign policy challenges confronting America, and I were, prior to this question, to ask you to write down the 10 major challenges, I'm pretty much guessing that not one of you would have written down, we got to fix our problems with Canada. We treasure our relationship with Canada. I think each and every one of us does. Now, that isn't to say that we don't have some hard spots here and there. I'm personally a little worried, frankly, about what the Prince Rupert Port is doing in the way of taking business from our local ports. We have a taxing mechanism in this nation known as the harbor maintenance tax that provides the funds to dredge rivers in ports where they need it. Every port pays it, including the Port of Tacoma, which doesn't need dredging. So from the standpoint of where it is that goods are imported to, there is a competitive advantage to Prince Rupert rendered by this harbor maintenance tax in America, which is not paid up there, which we pay, but for which we receive no benefit. So I would respectfully suggest that it's time to reevaluate the harbor maintenance tax, and if we cannot do that, some kind of a in lieu of intermodal tax, so that Prince Rupert does not have this economic advantage over us. That's an example of these kind of one-off small issues that we need to deal with. But the fact of the matter is, in the main, we have a great relationship with Canada. And as a former Hawaiian, I could even sing the Canadian anthem, which is more singable than ours.
Well, thank you. I know.